Scroll up. Scroll down. It should be near Ispirando. Yeah. You gotta pick whatever song. If you guys want to open with the same song from before, it's cool.
Muy buenos días, saludos a todos. Ya estamos listos aquí en nuestro show de radio de todos los miércoles a las 11 de la mañana, Inspirando. Si ustedes van a Twitch y van a UCR Owl Radio o Owl UCR Radio, ustedes pueden escuchar este show todos los miércoles a las 11 de la mañana. Ya estamos con nuestro productor aquí, Mike Simi. Estamos con Anthony, listos y preparados ya para poder empezar el show. Y ya vamos a empezar en un par de segundos. Hoy día tenemos un interesante show que no te lo puedes perder. Así que acompáñanos.
You got 3 minutes. That song is 3 minutes long. So 3 minutes. In 2 minutes, hit the record button.
Here?
Yes.
All right.
I mean, just hit it now. Might as well.
All right, 3. Right now?
I'm sorry?
Ahorita no puede escuchar, ¿verdad?
No. Aquí hay una copia de lo que voy a decir para que vaya siguiendo el script, ¿ok? Contarles entonces, amigos, que en los últimos días hemos estado presentes en muchas celebraciones. Estamos ya programados también para estar todas estas semanas en los diferentes consulados y embajadas en el área. Nos han honrado con la invitación para ver al presidente de Ecuador, que fue el sábado pasado. Estado también en el consulado salvadoreño. Nos toca ya la visita a otros consulados, así que vamos a estar tremendamente activos, esperándolos también para el 16 de marzo, que ya empiezan las clases de ESL allá en el centro de Newark con Quinty Document. La información de la clase está aquí, así que espérenos. Hoy día tenemos un show muy importante porque vamos a estar hablando sobre la conmemoración del Día Internacional de la Mujer, un día que típicamente a nivel global se celebra, no se conmemora. Sin embargo, si es que lo vemos desde la perspectiva femenina, para nosotros las mujeres es un día de conmemoración porque es un día que no se ha transformado en un día en donde todos nuestros derechos y nuestras garantías son ofrecidas. Por lo tanto, sigue siendo un día de conmemoración hasta que los derechos y la participación equitativa para la mujer en todos los ámbitos, tanto en los ámbitos humanos como en los ámbitos económicos y sociales, sean dados. Por lo tanto, va a seguir siendo una conmemoración hasta que existan todavía millones de víctimas mundiales femeninas que pagan el precio por ser mujeres, del no poder participar de procesos políticos, democráticos, culturales, sociales, económicos, simplemente porque la mujer sigue teniendo un rol secundario. Entonces, ya empezamos el show.
Here. And then start.
Muy buenos días a todos. Did you open my mic?
Yep. Your mic is 2, right?
It's 2.
All right. Go. Press here.
Bienvenidos, bienvenidos, bienvenidos. Bienvenidos.
It's not, I'm not understanding this right now. I'm pressing here what he wants and it's not going through. He just left. Let me see what I can do. All right, so we got here. Sorry.
The audio is still on.
Huh?
Still playing the audio.
Yeah.
There's music playing.
Oh, there's
So the
there?
music has to stop for me to like start talking. Buenos días. He cannot help me enter.
All right, get up.
What are we doing?
Are you guys started? You guys didn't start, right?
He tried, but we couldn't get through now.
All right. So you ready to go right now?
Mm-hmm.
All right, cool. You can sit over there. I'll tell you what you gotta do later.
All right, I'll stand. I just need, let's see.
Bienvenidos, bienvenidos a un nuevo Ispirando, el show de radio que te trae las últimas noticias de los temas más relevantes con un sabor latino. Hoy día un show muy ultra especial. I'm your host, Lili Sánchez Ruiz, y en nuestro show conmemoramos y visualizamos el Día Internacional de la Mujer. El Día Internacional de la Mujer es una fecha que es commemorated in many countries around the world, when women from all continents, often separated by national borders and ethnic, linguistic, cultural, economic, and political differences, come together on this day. They can look back on a tradition of no less than 90 years of fighting for equality, justice, peace, and development. The organization International Women's Day refers to ordinary women as creators of history and has its roots in the centuries-old struggle of women to participate in society on an equal footing with men. In ancient Greece, Lysistrata started a sex strike against men to end the war. In the French Revolution, Parisians calling for liberty, equality, and fraternity marched towards Versailles to demand women's suffrage. La CONAVIT del Gobierno de México menciona que este Día Internacional de la Mujer se conmemora alrededor del mundo para hacer conciencia sobre la importancia de empoderar a las mujeres en todos los entornos, proteger sus derechos y garantizar que nosotras, podamos alcanzar todo nuestro potencial. De igual forma, sirve para visibilizar la desigualdad y discriminación que aún viven las mujeres en todo el mundo, así como hacer efectivos nuestros derechos, incluyendo la necesidad de eliminar la brecha salarial a fin de que las mujeres reciban la misma remuneración por realizar el mismo trabajo que los hombres e incrementar la presencia de las mujeres en puestos de liderazgo y eliminar la doble jornada de trabajo. Imagine a gender equal world, a free of bias world, a free of stereotypes and discrimination, a world that is diverse, equitable, and inclusive, a world where difference is valued and celebrated. Together, we can forge women's equality. Collectively, we can all inspire inclusion. Celebrate women's achievement, raise awareness about discrimination, take action to drive gender parity. The International Women's Day organization belongs to everyone, everywhere. Inclusion means that all women action is valid, collective action is shared. Ownership for driving gender parity is what makes International Women's Day impactful. Gloria Steinem, a world-renowned feminist, journalist, and activist, once explained, the story of women's struggle for equality belongs to no single feminist, not to anyone or any organization, but to the collective efforts of all who care about human rights. So let's make International Women's Day our day and do what you can truly make a positive difference for women. Por lo tanto, nosotros las mujeres no necesitamos ser celebradas, a menos que la celebración sea un acto de hacer los temas de la mujer visibles para que el colectivo humano cambie las inequidades y la desigualdad y finalmente nos traten a todas las mujeres con el respeto y la dignidad, porque no importa qué tan sofisticado nosotros pensamos que nuestra sociedad está, la sociedad que todavía trata a la mujer de forma subestandarizada y con discriminación, sigue siendo una sociedad opresiva. Por lo tanto, to so many of us women, March 8th is not a celebration. Let me make clear about that. March 8th is not a celebration, it's a commemoration. I believe for those who really want to understand, commemorating women means to commit to inspire inclusion. When women are present, we must ask, if not, why not? When women are discriminated against, we must call out poor practice. When the treatment of women is not equitable, we must take action, and we must do this to each time, everywhere. On an individual basis, it's important to understand value and seek out the inclusion of women and girls. Additionally, sharing this knowledge, support, and encouragement with others is key. On an organizational or group basis, the International Women Organization encourages that there's many ways to ensure the needs, interests, and aspirations of women and girls that are valued and included. Organizations and groups can inspire inclusion through actions in areas such as forging women's economic empowerment, recruiting, retaining, and developing diverse talent, supporting women and girls into leadership, decision-making, business, and STEM, designing and building infrastructure, meeting the needs of women and girls, helping women and girls make more informed decisions about their health, involving women and girls in sustainable agriculture and food security, providing women and girls with access to quality education and training, elevating women and girls' participation and achievement in sports, promoting creative and artistic talent of women and girls, addressing further areas supporting the advancement of women and girls. So, de alguna manera o la otra, todos desde nuestra capacidad mínima o grande, desde nuestra capacidad micro o macro, tenemos el derecho y el poder de poder crear actividades en nuestro entorno, sea pequeño, sea grande, para cambiar la realidad de igualdad de una niña o de una mujer. Likewise, it's necessary to insist that the lower of presence of women in higher ranking positions is the greatest disadvantage for women, in the sense that it imposes a certain ceiling on their salaries and the consequent salary gap between women and men. Colectivamente, cualquiera que participe a través de cualquiera de las actividades en la mayoría de ámbitos relevantes tiene un impacto en su propio contexto. Ayudar a conmemorar el Día de la Mujer, entonces, significa que cada uno de ustedes que nos escuchan y de nosotros tome acción pequeña o grande hacia cambiar tu metro cuadrado. Cada uno de estos nos ayuda a conmemorar la celebración para la mujer al tomar una mirada seria y crítica sobre los tipos de trabajo, las clases, los tipos de labores que tenemos que realizar, los amigos, las familias, los grupos, y invitar a todos ellos a mejorar la situación de la mujer en todos esos ámbitos. So, what does it mean to truly inspire inclusion? Well, to inspire inclusion means to celebrate diversity and empowerment on International Women's Day and beyond. So it's not a one-day thing. It's a day that everybody needs to celebrate and commemorate. International Women's Day, which is an international organization that organizes celebrations and commemorations, It's also a global celebration of the social, economic, cultural, and political achievements of women. Each year, this day serves as a powerful reminder of the progress made towards gender equality and highlights the work that still needs to be done. This year's campaign, this is the 2024 campaign, theme is Inspire Inclusion, inspirando la inclusión, que enfatiza la importancia de la diversidad y el empoderamiento de la mujer en todos los aspectos de la sociedad. Y este año la campaña realza los roles cruciales de inclusión en los logros de igualdad de género. También llama para la acción de todos nosotros para poder romper las barreras, cambiar los estereotipos y crear ecosistemas donde las mujeres son valoradas y son respetadas porque hacen el mismo trabajo, porque tienen el mismo rol de importancia. Además, inspirar la inclusión invita a todos a reconocer las perspectivas únicas y las contribuciones de las mujeres en todos tipos de marcos de vida, incluyendo aquellos que son de comunidades marginalizadas. Uno de los pilares más importantes que inspira la inclusión es la promoción de la diversidad en los puestos de liderazgo y en las posiciones en donde se toman las decisiones. Nosotros no necesitamos que ustedes nos incluyan dándonos certificaditos y papelitos y vainas. Lo que nosotros necesitamos como mujeres es que nos den el rol de inclusión y de participación en los procesos de tomas de decisiones para que la opinión muy individualizada y la sabiduría femenina también sea parte de la fibra de la construcción del toma de decisiones. Education Awareness Day plays vital roles in fostering inclusion and empowering women through initiatives such as mentorship programs, educational workshops, and advocacy campaigns. Individuals and organizations can create opportunities for women to thrive by providing support and resources. Women can be empowered to overcome obstacles and achieve their full potential. Por lo tanto, aquellos entes, sean organizacionales, institucionales o individuales, que puedan crear campañas de concientización de educación para que entonces puedan incrementar la inclusión y el empoderamiento de las mujeres en su ámbito. Si usted está preguntando, si usted es uno de esos criticones que siempre habla sobre, sí, las mujeres deberían darle la importancia. No es la manera de cambiar el paradigma para nosotras. La manera de cambiar el paradigma para nosotras no es hablar de nosotras. La manera de cambiar el paradigma para todas nosotras mujeres es incluir la voz femenina y a las mujeres en la toma de decisiones, pero también nos pueden crear programas de mentorías en donde ustedes, señores, que son tan poderosos y tienen posiciones de mucho más alto rango, pueden tomar mujeres como nosotras y ser nuestros mentores para nosotros también poder subir esas posiciones. En programas de seminarios educativos en donde se enseña la realidad distinta de la mujer, en campañas de abogacía por nuestros derechos, en oportunidades que se pueden crear tanto a nivel organizacional como individual para hablar sobre de qué manera podemos mejorar el sistema para las mujeres en sus diversas perspectivas, porque no todas las mujeres somos iguales, no todas las mujeres creemos en el mismo dogma político, cultural, familiar, social. Todas tenemos una forma muy individual de existir, pero todas nosotras tenemos el derecho de existir desde nuestra realidad y de nuestro contexto. De hecho, una de las industrias que está de repente marcando tendencia en esto es la industria del entretenimiento, en particular el cine, porque tiene una influencia significativa en la configuración de las percepciones y actitudes de la sociedad. En línea con el tema de Inspire Inclusion, los cineastas tienen una oportunidad única de promover la diversidad y la representación en la pantalla. Al contar historias diversas y mostrar las experiencias de mujeres de diversos orígenes, los cineastas pueden inspirar al público y desafiar los estereotipos existentes. En los últimos años ha habido un movimiento creciente dentro de la industria del cine para poder priorizar la inclusión y la representación. Sin embargo, todavía queda mucho trabajo por hacer para garantizar que las mujeres de todos los orígenes tengan las mismas oportunidades para participar y tener el éxito en la industria. Al apoyar y amplificar las voces de las cineastas, podemos crear un panorama cinematográfico más inclusivo y representativo. El área del cine es un área que está llevando de repente la voz líder en la inclusión. Yet, Even in cinema and on visual arts, although women and the voices of women are being more included than before, we have not achieved yet a role of relevance because we still need more female directors and female script writers and female be the female counterpart of a very strong hero figure. We want to be the hero. 2 or 3 movies is either the hero or the anti-hero. We want to be equally included on the narrative of poetry and audiovisual materials. En los últimos años, mientras celebramos el Día Internacional de la Mujer y reflexionamos sobre el tema, tenemos que reafirmar nuestros compromisos de crear un mundo donde las mujeres estén empoderadas, valoradas e incluidas, trabajando juntos, hombres y mujeres, para derribar barreras y fomentar la diversidad, porque podemos, entre todos, de forma colectiva, crear una sociedad más equitativa e inclusiva para las generaciones venideras. And this message is for my counterpart and male colleagues. Fighting for women's rights and commemorating the importance of the highlight of topics for women is not just for the benefit of women. Shall I remind you that women are the majority is the biggest group that exists in the planet. Every single one of you comes from a woman. Most likely you either have a sister, a friend, or somebody that is female in your family that needs you to be the strong leading hero in our stories. By what? By promoting equality and gender equality issues as equal as you will do for yourself. Porque promover los derechos de la mujer no es solamente mejorar la situación de la mujer. Promover los derechos de la mujer significa mejorar la situación de todos nosotros, porque todos ustedes y nosotras venimos de mujeres que son madres. Ustedes tienen hermanas, ustedes tienen amigas, ustedes tienen colegas. ¿No nos gustaría acaso vivir en un mundo en donde todos tenemos los mismos derechos, en donde a usted le pagan lo mismo que me pagan a mí, en donde yo puedo entrar a los mismos lugares donde usted entra? ¿Por qué tenemos que tener un estándar de exclusión de género? So, I don't believe that women can actually advocate for women's rights. I believe that men and everybody else is actually historically responsible for highlighting the importance of gender equality for women. So, how can we celebrate the Day of Women internationally or globally? Well, we can inspire inclusion. And how do we do that? We have to reaffirm our commitment to create a world where your women in your family and in your context are empowered. You can also support women-owned business and organizations. ¿Cuántas mujeres tenemos en nuestro sistema que son mujeres profesionales? How many women professors do you have here in the college? How many of those women have left a mark on who you are as a scholar? How many women took part on making sure that you receive all the services so that you can be successful in your career and graduate from college? Just count how many women every day that you start your journey in the morning participate on providing a service for you so that you are okay and you're provided with equal opportunities. Don't we women deserve the same? Por eso es que yo saludo con muchísimo cariño a todas las mujeres a través del continente americano y a través de todos los lugares, en especial a quienes me están viendo en este momento, a la primera soprano de la República de El Salvador, Lucía Sandoval, una mujer poderosísima, famosísima e increíblemente humilde, que a través de su clase y su porte y a través de su arte y de su canto nos representa no solo cultural e intelectualmente, sino que lleva el mensaje del poder de la mujer en cada nota que carga en su voz. Para usted, Lucía Sandoval, un gran abrazo. For all the women of the 24 countries that are listening today to this humble show, for all the students and all my colleagues, advisors and professors and generalists and secretaries and public safety officers and cleaners and drivers that this morning touch our path. We commemorate and we want to deliver a message that is potent. We see you. And we see the incredible contribution that each one of you does, not only to our college, but to our system. Para nosotras, las mujeres latinas, es importante reconocer que desde que nos levantamos hasta que nos vamos a la cama exhaustas y cansadas por los grandes desafíos que tenemos, no solo laborales, sino también de discriminación, queremos reconocer que si no fueran los vehículos hasta darnos un servicio, algo tan sencillo como servirnos un plato de comida, el alimentar nuestras ondas de radio con su música maravillosa y su cultura, cargando las labores más importantes de ser las nanas de la casa, las que cuidan a los niños, las que enseñan a los niños, las que protegen a los hijos, las mujeres policías en las calles, las mujeres de seguridad en nuestros lugares, las mujeres consejeras en nuestros one-stop centers, allá en los servicios de tutoría, acá en la biblioteca y en tantos lugares. Debemos siempre de reconocer el trabajo y la contribución de cada minuto y segundo de sus vidas de ustedes. Muchísimas gracias por estar. Y lo que podemos seguir diciéndoles es que nosotros las vemos. Nosotros sabemos que están allí. La pregunta para los que nos ven es, ¿y también nos ven ustedes a nosotras? ¿O somos y seguimos siendo la mujer invisible de la realidad cultural y social en todo el planeta? Por lo tanto, apoyar a la mujer empresaria también es importante. Y con esto quiero saludar con muchísimo cariño a Anita Pinzón, una de las poquísimas mujeres en el área triestatal que se dedica a la construcción, mujeres en construcción. A Irma Toro, que se dedica a las mujeres soldadoras en el estado de New Jersey y de New York, una mujer poderosa que se ha atrevido a enfrentar los desafíos de meterse en un mundo de soldadura industrial en donde solamente existen hombres, y gracias a Dios que ya están haciendo el interés de nuestras mujeres por incurrir en esas plataformas. A nuestras mujeres plomeras, un gran saludo especialmente a mis hermanas plomeras del sur de Chile, de esas capacitaciones que hicimos allá en los años en donde estuvimos en Chile, ayudándoles a poder capacitarse. ¡Qué valientes! Ese es el tipo de cambios que nosotros necesitamos en la sociedad. So how do you help women? Well, there's women entrepreneurs. And I tell you what, Google gives us an incredible idea on how you can help women. Women entrepreneurs and businesses that are led and owned by women not only are a powerful force for innovation and economic growth, you can easily discover women-owned business by visiting Google Maps and search to look for a women-owned attribute. Si ustedes se van a Google y usted marca atributos, negocios que son de propiedades de mujeres, usted puede recibir una lista tremenda de Google para poder invertir en los negocios de mujeres. Usted quiere que la situación de una mujer cambie, ayúdela e invierta en esa mujer. Porque así se celebra el Día de la Mujer. Así nos celebran. Nos conmemoran al entregarnos oportunidades de negocios también, al apoyar nuestros negocios, al apoyar a la organización de mujeres mecánicas de autos que están en el condado de Essex. So, you support the empowerment of women by supporting women own businesses. And I encourage you to cut the hair of guys on the barbershop. Esa es la forma de apoyar a las mujeres, dándonos oportunidades en lugares donde típicamente solamente los hombres tenían derecho a incursionar. Un gran abrazo para todas las barberías de varones, amigos dominicanos, colombianos, peruanos, barberías de todas las mujeres barberos, porque también nosotros tenemos la capacidad de cortarle el pelo a los señores. ¿Por qué solamente es un club de puros varones? ¿Por qué no puede ser un club de todos? Por lo tanto, celebrar el Día Internacional de la Mujer ayuda cuando Celebrating International Women's Days Mindfully is about honoring women's achievements and promoting gender equality in big and small ways. So appreciate the women in your life. Take time to acknowledge and express gratitude to the women who've made a positive impact on you. This could be through a heartfelt message or simply spending quality time with them. Trust me, we don't need you to buy us flowers or a box of chocolates. De hecho, uno de los estereotipos más grandes es que nosotros esperamos en este día que nos traigan chocolates y flores. A mí no me interesan los chocolates y flores. A mí lo que me interesa es que tú pienses un poco en mí y te pongas en mis zapatos. Regresamos a la vuelta de estos comerciales con esta celebración importante, conmemoración del Día Internacional de la Mujer. No te vayas, no te pierdas el resto del programa.
So I was going to say, I could read number 2, some of the other stuff.
Cool.
So, yeah.
Cool.
You don't have to it's just your voice over and over again.
Yeah.
You can read some of this stuff too. Get on the other camera, on one of the other, I keep saying camera, get on one of the other microphones. Knock on that window. For a second.
What does it mean when it says you're on the show already?
I'm just here to show.
Sorry?
You're just here to show.
Yeah.
You speak Spanish, right?
Sí.
Good.
Sí, right? See?
Hold on.
Sí, also, I can speak.
No, it's in English, so it doesn't matter.
Hmm?
How
So
are
it's
you?
in English, it's all right.
Oh,
Commemorating Women's International Day.
okay.
So
All right, well, I have to go to the bathroom.
we
so-
are in page
Yeah, well.
4, but we're going to do that later. What I want to do is right now start reading, let's see, not this, but this.
We have about 2 minutes.
Go to Ivan. Go past the bathroom.
But when we come back and they start talking,
if
I'm
you can help
going
me
to the
read
bathroom.
this, and let me just have your name so that I can,
So I can go to the mic, right?
Can you?
Mike.
No,
Yeah.
not right now.
Mike,
Okay.
because this is a mic.
So
Wait until I get
Oh,
back.
yeah. A microphone.
Mike. You okay?
I'm muted right now, right? We got no audio?
Mi
We are
programa
muted,
sí.
muted right now, yes.
Bueno, amigos, estamos ya en los estudios de la radio de la Universidad de Union College de Union, New Jersey. Estamos ya en el estudio haciendo la programación. Quiero saludar con mucho cariño a todas las mujeres en el mundo, especialmente aquellas que me ven desde otros países. Gracias siempre por su cariño y su confianza. Esta es una importante conversación sobre la conmemoración del Día Internacional de la Mujer. Creo que es importantísimo que no dejemos de prestarle atención a las áreas donde todavía nos hace mucha falta el crecimiento de igualdad. No podemos seguir olvidando que vivimos en un 2024 y que todavía existe un excesivo número de femicidios y de violentaciones serias a todos nuestros roles profesionales. Esta mañana ya hablábamos con la situación de algunos médicos, mujeres, y ellos también viven una realidad tremendamente difícil. Así que vamos a conversar sobre eso en un minuto. Y ya estamos de vuelta en este muy especial Inspirando. Today, Inspirando show, it's about commemorating Women International Day, and I'm so glad that my good friend Microphone is actually joining us, and also Anthony is right here at the controls. So it is great to have these folks with us today. How you doing, Microphone? So we're commemorating and celebrating women. What can we tell our audiences about the day?
Well, we could start off with this. March 8th is International Women's Day, as some people might know. And for some countries, it's a holiday. For others, it's a giant moment in women's history as it is. No matter what events, protests, celebrations, or conferences are organized around women, we regard March 8th as the day to honor them and remember both their historical achievements throughout history and their painful and sad losses that we made along the way.
And among those things, there's still a lot of topics and issues that we have to confront as we commemorate another year of women's rights. The reality is that we wish to believe as a society that we have progress in advancing women's rights to the fullest extent. The reality is that we are not as sophisticated as we think that we are, because we still things that we need to do to promote women's issues.
Yeah. In Latin America, March 8th has been branded within the region M8 or 8M. It is an intense day of protesting and speaking up against misogyny, injustice, and the always pressing issue of gender equality. In the last decade, this day has been accumulated more and more movement as more feminists demands that their needs and rights be met by the governments that they are representing. Reproductive rights, equal pay, and femicide are the top three subjects when they protest. With reproductive rights, today in 69 countries in the world, abortion is legal. Although laws will differ depending on the weeks, the generalization of depending on the weeks from the generalization of a woman getting an abortion. And some countries, which is discriminalized, but remains mostly not available. The fight for abortion rights in Latin America, called the Green Tide, has been one of the longest and most organized feminist movements in the world. It gained movement since Argentina legalized it in January of 2021, making it the
Avant-garde.
Making it the avant-garde country in Latin America regarding reproductive rights up to a few weeks ago. On February 21st, 2022, Colombia's constitutional court discriminalized abortion and ruled it legal up to 24 weeks of pregnancy, the longest period in Latin America.
Y aparte de esos muy contundentes temas, los que incluyen los derechos a fertilidad y a control de su cuerpo, y también las implicaciones de criminalización a mujeres que han sido obligadas o han estado obligadas a practicarse un aborto, han sido desastrosas para los derechos de la mujer. Anthony, ¿cómo conmemoras tú a las mujeres? Anthony de Silva is in our controls.
Hola a todos. Hi, my name is Anthony. I really do support the women and the month, and I think that we should celebrate it more and more because the women is our part of our life. If we never had a woman in our life, how would we exist? Would we actually be real people? Or how would we be created? And there's parents and stuff like that. I've seen single mothers actually out there that suffer because, their kids don't have a father figure with them, but that's not part of the case. They're struggling because they're a single mother that has to cook, clean, take out the trash, do the dishes, do all of that stuff. So sometimes it can be very hard for them to, be a single mother. But people that are not a single mother, it's also very hard for them because they have to go to work. They have to cook, clean, feed a baby if they're young yet, change their diaper, change everything to them, make them happy in the world, make them go to school, all of those stuff. And I think as women should be way more supportive, like Lily said. No son de las flores. It's not about the flowers. You don't want flowers and stuff like that. What women want is they want support and they want love. And, just generally give them a hug to all the women out there because they do a lot for you. Give a hug to your mom, give a hug to your tia, give a hug to any women out there in the world, because you never know when they're not going to be here no more, sadly, to be honest. And when they leave, you're sometimes are like, damn, I really wish my mom was back here again. So please, todos, dale un abrazo a sus papás, digo, sus madres, y, muéstrale soporte a ustedes. Gracias.
Y una de las mejores maneras de poder demostrar qué tanto tú crees firmemente en la igualdad de la mujer es demandando que también les paguen lo mismo que le pagarían a cualquier hombre por hacer ese trabajo. So equal pay is an issue that is huge. Microphone.
Yeah. On the other side of the coin, not pun unattended, equal pay is still not a thing. According to the World Economic Forum's global gender, according to the World Economic Forums on gender, the time needed to close the gender gap has increased by a generation from nearly 100 years to 136 years.
Imagine that. Imagine that.
Which in most places, women are still met with discrimination and wage inequality in the workplace. Even though there's been many efforts to close the gap, in countries like the United States, as of 2021, a woman was paid 82 cents for each dollar given to a white man. Ethnic minority communities living in the US are often paid less because of differences between race, gender, and class. For an example, Latino women living in the US only make 57 cents to a white man's dollar, equivalent to roughly 29,000 less for a year of full-time work.
So let's kind of like analyze this for a little bit, guys. Let me just read it so that you can imagine and you can put it in context. A woman makes, if you're a white woman, you make 82 cents on the dollar that a man gets for the same exact job. But if you are a Latina doing the same job, you get 57 cents. What is your reaction to that?
That's crazy, because I feel like Latinos and Latinos, they are more encouraged to work harder and harder to support their family and stuff. And just hearing about this is like, why?
I mean, imagine, meanwhile, a man makes $1, a Latina woman makes 57 cents, and a white woman makes 82 cents. Why the difference if we're doing exactly the same job, Anthony? Do you think that that's fair? Do you think that that's normal?
To be honest with you, it's very sad and very emotional, because I think everybody, doesn't matter if you're a woman or you're a man, should get paid the right thing no matter what. Either you're Latina, white, Hispanic, whatever the situation is, you should get paid no matter what. It doesn't mean anything, If you're a woman, good. If you're a man, good. What does that matter? You should still get paid the same thing, And it's very emotional. And as I'm, talking, you can see my voice getting a little bit emotional, because it's kind of sad. Because, like I said, women do everything for us. Y'all just think it's the woman just cleans the house, takes out the trash, all this stuff. No, that's not how it is. Again, show love to the women that are out there,
Y una vez más, nosotros pensamos que las mujeres latinas ganan 57 centavos comparado a las mujeres blancas que ganan 82 centavos. Y comparada al dólar que gana un hombre por exacto. It's because I gotta get paid less than anybody else. Why don't we, as Anthony says, why don't we all get 60% less than a man? The question is, how do you expect her to get an education? How do you expect her to pay for college? If you're already battling up with just getting half of the pay. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So sometimes people criticize, o la gente no entiende bien a veces, que nosotros demandamos que la mujer latina sea educada, que la mujer latina incurra profesionalmente en los mismos puestos que los varones. Sin embargo, yo con mis 57 centavos tengo que competir con el dólar que se ganan los varones y tengo que garantizarme yo misma mi propia educación y asegurarme de que con esos 50 centavos, que es la mitad de lo que gana cualquier persona, tengo que garantizarme los mismos beneficios y derechos que tienen los demás ganando el doble. Entonces, es una injusticia tremenda. Ahora, si hablamos del tema de los femicidios, déjame leerte un poco cuáles son los factores de los femicidios. Los femicidios are homicides, like done to women just because they're women, okay? That's a feminicide. So in the region and in the rest of the world are a tragic and daily reality. At the beginning of 2020, 4 years ago, 10 women were dying every day in Mexico from feminicide, which caused millions of women to mobilize in a historical day, a day without us. On the day after International Women's Day, on March 9, 2020, tens of thousands of women vanished from the streets, offices, and classrooms. This absence from public spaces was intended to be a reminder that every day women are killed and disappear forever. They froze 40 million pesos of the country's economy in Mexico. So 8M is a day to consider and maybe even celebrate the achievements of women, but by no means it's a happy day. It's not a happy day. It's not a celebration. It's a commemoration. It is not a day to congratulate women. It's a day to recognize the severe inequalities that women are faced with daily against our most painful, obvious wishes. No es un día de celebración. No es un día feliz para nosotras. Es un día en el que no esperamos que ustedes nos den felicitaciones. Lo que necesitamos es que ustedes reconozcan que tenemos temas dolorosos que no se han solucionado para las mujeres en todos los países, incluyendo en los Estados Unidos. Y son temas que se nos deben. Son temas de una deuda histórica que se le debe a la mujer. On 25 July 1992, the meeting of Afro-descendants happened. Women was held, and this was held in the Dominican Republic, which gathered 300 women from 32 different Latin American countries to define strategies for political advocacy and create partnerships to confront racism from a gender perspective. For this reason, this day then was declared as the International Afro-Descendant Women Day, which is also known as the International Afro-Latin American, Afro-Caribbean, and Diaspora Women's Day that began in the Dominican Republic. El Día Internacional de la Mujer Afro-Latinoamericana empezó en la República Dominicana en 1992 y desde ahí se ha llevado esta celebración mediante los fondos de las Naciones Unidas. Y esta celebración de mujeres que son afrodescendientes está orientado para conmemorar y sobre todo reforzar la lucha en contra de la discriminación racial, porque si nosotras las mujeres latinas somos discriminadas, las mujeres afrolatinas son aún más discriminadas por su color y por sus estatus. So if we are discriminated as Latino women and we're making 57 cents a day, let me tell you, Afro-Latino women are even in a worse capacity and in a worse condition, and we don't even talk about them. We don't even mention their existence because that reality does not exist for us. So the celebration of International Afro-Descendant Women Day needs to be commemorated by us raising our voices about what are the issues that are still affecting us women and Afro-Latino women and Latino women in our different contexts. So it is important that not only the United Nations, but us and our organizations and our institutions and our little circuits and our families and our group of friends, we promote that we respect women better. That is just a fact. That we all have the same access and the same opportunities. Because even in the system of scholarships, women are a lot of time discriminated. Because they don't apply on time, because they don't have the same tools, because we cannot afford it. Women cannot afford tools because we're already making 57 cents a day. No podemos nosotros poder comprarnos nuestras propias herramientas cuando todavía seguimos siendo mujeres que nos pagan 57 centavos, 82 centavos y tenemos la expectativa de que nosotros mismos nos vamos a conseguir nuestras propias herramientas. Es imposible lograrlo de esa forma. Bueno, nosotros queremos hoy día ayudarte a conmemorar a la mujer más poderosa de tu vida. Y ustedes que me están viendo, pregunten, y yo les pregunto, ¿a qué mujer celebras tú personalmente? Yo te voy a leer cariñosamente algunos de los nombres de algunas de las personas que me dieron dedicatorias para sus diferentes mujeres que celebran, ¿ok? Jasmine Julius. She told us, the woman that I want to commemorate today is my Aunt Wilna. After my mother passed away, she has taken me in, loved me, and cared for me as one of her daughters. Truly blessed to have her in all the ways she has helped me navigate motherhood. To her and forever, I am grateful. This is the incredible message of Jasmine Julius. Also, we have Glorita, y Glorita nos dice que una de las mujeres poderosas en su vida es su mamá, Sofía Alarcón. Para usted, señora Sofía Alarcón, un gran abrazo de reconocimiento y de conmemoración en este día en que nos sensibilizamos todos para visualizar la situación heroica que tienen que sobrevivir las mártires mujeres en nuestra sociedad. Así que Glorita dice muchas gracias a Sofía Alarcón. También tenemos el saludo de, no me pusieron el nombre aquí, pero me dice, ella ha impactado, Erlien Jackson, she has impacted me so much that everything I do with my profession comes from her. Congratulations to you too. Y tengo un mensaje muy importante. Nuestro queridísimo líder allá en el One Stop Center, Dwayne Reed, and on this Women History Month tells me, a woman who I want to commemorate is my mom, Novlet Reed. My mom is one of the strongest women I know, and she has endured a lot of trials and tribulations over the year. But she always pushed forward. She instilled in me at an early age the importance of getting an education. During my summer break from school, my mom would leave us handwritten assignments in our notebooks to keep working and not slack off. After my dad passed away, she became the head of the household. I watched my mom step up to make sure that we had a roof over our heads, and she made sure that we all got a quality educational experience. That required her to finish her nursing degree and work overnight shifts so that she was able to present for us during the day, to be present for us over the day. She's my why to my success within higher education, and she is my rock when I feel defeated. Wow. So to Noblet Reed, the greatest recognition of the incredible accomplishments. What a fine educator you've raised because you were such a powerful, powerful woman, Noblet Reed. How about you, microphone? What women do you want to commemorate this celebration for women this year?
Honestly, I have a couple of them.
Sure.
I'm gonna first off my old drama teacher, Sandra Toll. I loved her so much. She was so nice. She would help out with any questions I had. She even got me into drama in the first place, which
wow.
Yeah, that thing's a whole story. But I really want to thank her for always being there for me, helping me out in the times I feel low, and she kind of inspired me to become a teacher as well. Maybe not a drama teacher, but a teacher, because I want to do that. I want to do what she did. I want to help kids. I want to get into them, touch their souls.
Wow. All because this incredible, powerful woman that intervened in your life.
Honestly, incredible and powerful doesn't describe her at all.
Really?
It's just so much more.
Wow, that is amazing. How about you, Anthony?
Ooh, I really have so many people, but in short a time. I'm gonna start off firstly, and I'm gonna be really sincere with you. My mother. My mother literally makes sure I have a roof on my head, food on the table, make sure I'm happy, make sure I'm getting a good study. My mom actually wakes up at 4 a.m. in the morning every day just to go to work. And when she comes home, she's tired, she is very, very tired. And so I really show love and support to my mom. I really would go to the moon and back for her, and I do appreciate her. Another person that I did not mention, and I don't normally mention, but today I will, is my advisor, Jennifer Hogan. She yesterday gave me a
Wow.
call on my cell phone.
Jen,
Yeah,
she's one
yeah.
of the best. Well, those guys are awesome. But especially the leading women in a one-stop center advisor.
Yeah, for sure. And she called me yesterday on my cell phone. I didn't recognize the number, so I didn't want to pick up. So I sent the call straight to voicemail. And what my phone has is a phone transcription, so it shows me the transcription when they leave a voicemail. And so she's like, "Hi, my name is Jennifer Hogan. Blah blah blah. We're discussing this, this, and this." So I pick up the call and I'm like, "Hey, Jennifer." She's like, "Hi, I'm your advisor. My name is Jennifer. I just wanted to make sure that you are doing great this semester." And I was like, "Oh my gosh, thank you very much. Thank you for checking in on me because they want you to be successful in college." And then last but not least, my sister and my best friend, Kina. My best friend, Kina, she has been with me for 4 years now. She is my bestie. I can literally trust her with anything, and we can talk about anything. She'll be by my side, and I'm by her side whenever she needs me. So she is very supportive. And last but not least, like I said, my sister, Rosemary. Yes, nos agarramos de las greñas. We pull each other's hairs and stuff like that. But that doesn't mean that I'm not going to show love to her because my sister, you guys can believe it or not, she has made a big role in my life too. And she actually comes to my event. Is the person that cheers me. Yeah, Anthony, you did it, Anthony. Oh my gosh, I'm so proud of you, big bro. I'm so proud of you. And I'm like, thank you very much. And I really do appreciate all these women. So yeah, thank you.
Bueno, y seguimos nosotros con los saludos de a quien tú conmemoras hoy. Nuestro consejero de Inspire the Future, Christopher Villalta, nos dice, the best chemistry professor at UCNJ and Korean tutor, Professor or Dr. Sun Jin. So definitely powerful women here in UCNJ. Also, Sojourner Truth, one of the most impactful speeches I heard was given by Sojourner Truth on May 29, 1851, at a women's rights convention at Akron, Ohio. Sojourner was an African-American abolitionist and women's rights activist. This speech, as well as her life journey, gives me the strength to stay in the fight for equity and justice. That's from our good friend, Tom Walker. And our friend Morgan, one of the advisors of Project Achievement, Morgan, tell us, female leader, my mom, Wanda. She is the foundation of my family, provides me and supports not just my family, but anyone in need. So to Wanda, Morgan's mom, the biggest hug to you for the incredible leading role that you've taken in life. And I see Mike joining us for a conversation. Mike, our producer, what's up? Commemorating women today. Very special show today.
Yeah, no, I was just gonna jump in and talk about my mom, my grandmother. My grandmother was evangelist in the Pentecostal church
Wow.
for the longest, so we grew up in that regard. And my mom being a mathematics teacher in high school.
Una profesora de matemática.
Yeah.
That is amazing, though.
Difficult,
That's amazing.
difficult.
So, you know, no matter how hard or difficult any of these professors are,
Woo!
nobody compares to mom.
Really?
So,
Yes,
Yeah,
you are
so-
100% true on that, and I'm 100% agree with you on that.
but I also want to bring up the fact that I don't know if you guys brought it up or not, but in them and everything. So Sojourner Truth is actually in a hallway
Yep.
pretty much right outside of N4. So, you know, if you come through and you stop by, scan them. I think they're giving out prizes for the first couple of people who do it. So, you know, be out on the lookout for some of these historical and great women that have made major contributions to our country. So
Our one-stop center advisor, Sofia Adderley, tells me my two role models are Maya Angelou, oof, powerful, powerful, powerful women, and Ruby Bridges. Both are incredible activists and left a lasting impact on the world we live in today. I absolutely agree with you. And our student worker Adrian Merino over there in the One Stop also tells us, growing up, me and my two brothers did not have a dad around. We were raised by my mother and my grandma. My mom worked two jobs to take care of us, and my grandma would watch us at home while she was gone. Without them, who knows where I would be. So I want to thank them. And our Inspire the Future leading lady, Yuri Bisono, tells us, I want to celebrate the following women in my life: Belgica Mendez, eh, Dania Subizarreta, Lily Sanchez, Yuri, and Cynthia Fibo, the women leading ladies.
Awesome.
What else can we do to celebrate and add ourselves to the celebration, Anthony? We have a list of microphone, a list of things that you can do to celebrate women.
All right, y'all. So we have a list of here that Lily happily gave us to, read out to you guys, and I do want to share them with you guys. So, number one, strengthen the bonds you have with the women in your life with the help of Kate Johnson's Meaningful Practice, a Meaningful Friendship series. Number two, wear purple to show pride in the woman. Show solidarity by wearing purple by symbolizing justice and dignity, two values strongly associated with Women's Day. We got number three, host a film or screening or discussion group. Choose films or documentaries that highlight women's issues or celebrate women's achievements. Follow it with a discussion to reflect on the themes and feelings.
That is awesome. What other ways can we, kind of like add ourselves into the commemoration of women, do you think? That are good ideas. Mic or microphone?
I would always, highlighting women in your industry makes a huge difference, especially considering, I know for me being in media, and I know right now I'm here to get my associate in media, and I've worked in the industry itself, and there are not too many women of high position in regards. There are women who are in that industry, but there are not too many that are in high position, like technical directors and things of that nature. So when you do come across one, just show your appreciation. You don't have to go all out, like make a spectacle, but just if that's what she wants, then that's cool. But for the most part, just making showing your appreciation, acknowledging the feat and everything else.
So a lot of times, I think that men think that us women are expecting like these great acts of heroism to show and highlight women, and quite honestly, it's so like contrary to that. We don't expect the big bring 300 like in the movie, right? 300, and they all like kill everybody and like they become the heroes. No, we don't want that. What we want is that you and your very small circles,
just acknowledgement
and respect. How about eliminating those very ugly names that you use, or like foul words that generally are added to women's name just because she dares to do something, especially those B words that you so loosely let escape. You got to be conscious of the fact that that's very demeaning, or the fact that you demand that if you have access to do something, your female counterparts have exactly the same right to do that, or just in your circle of friends, just by meanings of making sure that not all the time people talks over her or over them and give them an opportunity, but sometimes we cannot give ourselves the opportunity. It's got to be a man that says, hey, wait a minute, like Mary has not got a chance to like say anything, like, what do you want to say? You know what I'm saying?
Or
so
at least opening the door so that their opinion and their contribution can be heard.
Yes, Anthony.
So what I really do think is a way to commemorate our ladies out there, more like relatives and family, is definitely give them a hug, right? Because like I said before, you give them a hug today and the next day you don't know what can happen, and something can fall down and you just never see them again. So that's, true.
Now, if you gravitate or you walk through any of our 4 campuses, from the moment that you enter the building to the moment that you exit, you're going to see powerful women that are there safeguarding and safekeeping your process of learning. The first door that you enter is your public safety. We have our public safety officers that are always making sure that we're okay. And I know that you've seen them, Mike, because sometimes we go to the parking spot and there's a lady saying, hey, what's going on over here?
Definitely see them.
What's up? What's up with you?
I don't know if this is the occasion or not, but there's definitely the lady of Hispanic descent. I see her often. When I first showed up on the campus, she was here, and she was doing her thing, telling people what they need to do. And it's good to see, like, sometimes I know, especially being in law enforcement, some people see women of authority and then they're less likely to want to listen to what they have to say.
Yeah.
And they're like she'll say something, because I've had it happen where I've been somewhere at the airport and I've seen someone see I have this really good friend of mine. She's like 5'1", and she's extremely bossy, but she's cool. But people will see her and then they're like, oh, okay. And then they see me and then they want to, like, all of a sudden, I'm 6'3", 300 some pounds. They want to now all of a sudden be, I'm like, yo, I'll be like, if you're going to be scared of somebody, you can be scared of her. Not necessarily me. So,
for sure.
I see a lot of that happen. And I was happy to see when I got here, to see the females, the young women, and, who are here, who are helping to protect us, and people treating them with dignity and respect. And
So,
was good to see. It was great to see that.
On our behalf, we salute our public safety women officers who are always safeguarding us. And of course, we want to salute Lydia, who's generally in the office, making sure that everything that is related to public safety is very potently done for us. So a ustedes, un tremendo saludo. En la página de Facebook nos dicen, Lilita, te felicito, excelente programa, en especial que celebremos un año más del Día de Reconocimiento a la Mujer. Y como muy bien lo dices, no queremos flores ni chocolates, queremos igualdad en todo campo, social, político, económico. Un gran abrazo para todas las mujeres, para las de aquí y las de allá. Felicitaciones, Lilita Sánchez Ruiz. Elena Larsen from Utah. She's greeting us from Utah. Un gran abrazo para todas ustedes, mujeres poderosas, mujeres migrantes, mujeres profesionales, mujeres que nos han llevado a ser también nosotros mucho más. Often also, we also forget that as we walk into our on a radio station, we come across our librarians. Powerful, knowledgeable, incredible
for sure.
Women who are always reminding us not only of like returning the books or like, doing your MLA style APA citations, but they're always also sharing incredible information about resources. Sometimes we don't even want to hear them, and we pass and they collaborate with us and they impose many things. Anthony.
Okay, Lily. Actually, I really do want to give a big shout out, like you just mentioned with the librarians. A big shout out to all of our women ALC tutors.
Yeah, for sure. Absolutely.
Like they'll help you out with anything. You need help writing that resume that you couldn't do, like at that job. You're trying again, you write in the resume, good. All right, she'll help you out. You got that math question that you simply just can't solve at this point, go to her. And a bunch of other people, and they're here to help, So a big shout out to all of the ALC tutors out there, and a special shout out to Catherine, because she does help me a lot, and she's one of the ALC tutors that I'm with.
Y a todas nuestras colegas mujeres de IOF y de Financial Aid y de admisiones y de todos los departamentos, to our women professors who are always the leading voice representing them in the classrooms in organic chemistry and biology and the science, technology, engineering, and math, to our friends that are making sure that our buildings are equipped with everything that we need, and to our friends in the cafeteria. Man, without those people, we wouldn't prosper at all in the semester. I tell you, sometimes I feel weak, I feel like discouraged. I go to the cafeteria, I always get a good vibe, a good hug, a good food, and they're always caring for us. That's an incredible thing. And I tell you, one of the biggest ways that you can actually inspire others to highlight women is to share stories of inspiring women, but don't just do it for a day. Do it for the entire month. So use your social media platforms or personal networks to share stories of women who inspire you, like historical figures, contemporary leaders, or even women from your own life. Y quisiera invitarte, I want to invite everybody that once in a while you give credit to your women professors and to your classmates. Take the time to walk to your department, to the head of the social science department or the psychology degree or the business degree, and say, hey, I just came to tell you that my professor, Marta something something, it's such an incredible, inspiring person. I think that that's something that we don't do as students, and I think is very much needed, so that we recognize the incredible contributions, but we also encourage that there are more like female professors and more female administrators and more female academians.
I know for me, in regards to ALC, I know by being in the radio club, I've also had the pleasure of having being able to find out and know who the director of the ALC is, being Mary Greco.
Oh,
she's a wonderful person.
Mary is marvelous.
Wonderful person.
But
So,
we have so many people to
yes.
salute. Our president, Dr. McManaman, our vice presidents, our coaches, our inspiring coaches that are always leading our ladies to big regional, like contests. That's something that we cannot stop recognizing. Nosotros queremos reconocer y conmemorar el trabajo de todas para darle una visibilidad y para entender que las opiniones y las intervenciones de una mujer tienen una trascendencia profunda en todos los procesos universitarios, educativos, profesionales, pero también familiares, también personales, también íntimos. So we commemorate you. We always want to take the time, and we want to always invite you to take the time to inspire someone. Today has been a very long show because we are commemorating women, and we hope that the realities of all of us, todas, todes, todas, sea una mejor realidad. I also want to salute and greet all the transgender women like myself who have the courage to perhaps not listen to so much stereotype and to so much labeling, and we continue on educating ourselves and we continue on prospering. A todas las mujeres que tienen una realidad diferente, que tienen que vencer obstáculos aún más potentes, como ser transgénero o ser mujeres indígenas o tener otros idiomas o tener realidades totalmente diferentes y distintas que hacen que la lucha sea mucho más pesada todavía. Un gran, gran, gran abrazo. No podemos cambiar su realidad, quisiéramos, pero nosotros no somos quienes tenemos que exigir ese cambio de realidad. Son los varones, son los que están en poder, quienes tienen que demandar que nuestra situación de mujeres aún sin igualdad cambie. Entonces, invitamos a que todos nos ayuden a conmemorarnos sin entregarnos flores, sino más bien entregándonos mejores formas de poder vivir y existir con respeto y dignidad. A todas ustedes, amigas, en todos los países del mundo, a todos ustedes aquí en Union College, to all my female students who every day are trying to break the paradigms and making sure that you're not one of those like ugly statistical numbers that say that women are not worth. Thank you for your courage. Para todas mis estudiantes que todos los días se esfuerzan para no ser parte de la estadística negativa que marca el paradigma de la mujer que dice que nosotros somos menos, gracias por su valentía y por su honor. And remember, take the time to inspire someone, with inspire the future. Y aquí te esperamos todos los miércoles en Inspirando. El show que siempre tiene un sabor latino. Thank you.
I have to check that when you crossed here, that